and welcome back to Kingdom Reviews. I'm your host, the Future Keybearer, and today we journey to the first non-Disney world we've had in a while, Hollow Bastion. Okay, before we can go to Hollow Bastion, we have to stop by Traverse Town to have Sid install a new navigation gummy onto the gummy ship. While he's busy doing that... Ah!
Well, just remember what Donald said to you. No frowning, no sad faces.
Is that all? Oh, Christ! With the way Donald shouted Sora's name, I thought it was about to get attacked!
How can you be so cheerful? There's still no sign of your king. Aren't you worried?
Because catchphrase.
The king told us to go out and find the key bearer, and we found you, so as long as we stick together, it'll all work out okay. You just gotta believe in yourself, that's all.
Just believe.
Didn't Sora just learn about this in Neverland? The fuck? Okay, so apparently Sora is getting some kind of flashback from Kairi's childhood. Somehow. Where her grandmother is telling her the story about how the world came to be how it is. From what I can gather, the world used to be whole, but the darkness in people's hearts grew from an overwhelming desire to obtain light. Eventually, this darkness swallowed the whole world. The only lights that survived were those in the hearts of children, and they rebuilt the lost world into how it is today. But the true light still sleeps within the darkness. Yeah, nothing really comes of this other than the moral of even in the deepest darkness, there will always be a light. Well, at least not in this game anyway. So Sid installs the navigation gummy, and it's off to the new world. Already this world is off to a great start with the awesome location of the Rising Falls. Sora can't help but feel this place is familiar, even though he's never left his island before. That's strange. I wonder why. I feel this warmth inside, right here. And we're just hungry. Hey, I'm serious! Actually, that is a distinct possibility. Have any of you eaten anything since you started this journey? You make your way up the falls and see Riku encounter... the beast? How the hell did he get here?
I simply believed. Nothing more to it.
Okay, fine, whatever. Now, why is he here?
When our world fell into darkness, Belle was taken from me. I vowed I would find her again, no matter what the cost. I believed I would find her. So here I am. She must be here.
Now I get it! Instead of ending up in Traverse Town like everyone else, his desire to save Belle brought him here. Now it makes sense.
Taken from me.
If you suspend your disbelief enough. After Riku taunts Beast a bit, the two engage in a fight, and Riku rather swiftly strikes Beast down. Well, that's embarrassing. More embarrassing still, he needs a child, a duck, and a dog to defend him.
Riku!
But it all ends here. There can't be two Keyblade Masters.
What are you talking about?
Let the Keyblade choose. It's true master.
What a twist!
But that's impossible. How did this happen? I'm the one who fought my way here with the Keyblade!
You were just the delivery boy.
Okay, if that's the case, why didn't it stick with you when you took it from him in Traverse Town?
Sorry, your part's over now. Here, go play hero with this.
I know I'm supposed to be focused on how much of a dick move that was, but all I'm wondering is, where the hell was he keeping that? And to make matters worse, Donald and Goofy decided to go with Riku, seeing as how he has the Keyblade now.
Oh, well, I know the king told us to follow the key and all, but...
And just like that, No hard feelings from the audience. That line cements the idea that both Donald and Goofy don't want to leave Sora, but they also know they have an obligation to follow the one who holds the key. After some inspiring words of perseverance from the Beast, Sora decides that he'll keep moving forward. And so now the party is just consistent of Sora and Beast. Beast is a huge powerhouse dealing lots of damage and can even break through weak walls. In kind of an interesting twist, it would be wise for the player to serve support to the NPC here. Due to the fact that Sora spends this section fighting with a wooden sword, you're not going to do that much damage. In fact, I'm pretty sure your attacks will only do 1 damage. But your magic, on the other hand, is just as strong as ever. So, basically, you are to Beast during this what Donald normally is to you. You would think that this would help people appreciate Donald more. So, of course, it's not as simple as just following Riku into the castle. You and Beast have to make your way beneath the castle through waves of new Heartless and convoluted puzzles, including this weird bubble transport. Fucking bubble! To find a switch that unlocks the front gate. Because when I design a building, I put the lock for the front door in the fucking basement! Meanwhile, Maleficent is busy using the Princesses of Heart to open a new keyhole. Back with Sora, he and Beast enter the castle, only to have Beast be distracted by a particularly dickish Heartless, and gets himself locked back out again. You know, Beast seems to have 2 settings in this game. When he's not being the ultimate badass, he's completely useless! No. Anyway, Riku tries to scare Sora off, but Sora remains confident.
Really? Well, we'll just see about that!
Sora ain't gonna go anywhere.
As awesome as that is, how the hell did Goofy get across the room that fast? Or was that slow-mo shot actually in real time? And so, after Donald rejoins him as well, Sora realizes that his true strength lies in his heart and with his friends, going so far as to say he doesn't need the Keyblade. So naturally, the Keyblade immediately comes back to him. I feel like I should be mad because this is kind of a cop-out, but then again, it would have been really annoying to have to continue the rest of the game with the wooden sword. So now you fight against Riku and his new darkness powers with Donald and Goofy by your side.
So, your heart won this battle.
Where the hell have you been? What, did you have to run all the way back down to the basement to open the door again? And now we have to run through a series of annoying puzzles that includes putting books on moving shelves, finding emblem pieces to open the door, which why the hell didn't Sora use his Keyblade to unlock it, and a maze of elevators. Meanwhile, the rogue figure from the beginning of the game offers Riku more power, at the cost of opening his heart to darkness. While you're running through the elevators, Riku joins Maleficent at the keyhole and summons his own new Keyblade made from the 7 Princesses of Heart. Or rather, 6 I should say. Since Kairi lost her heart, they can't use her to finish the keyhole.
The king's fools are here. I'll deal with them myself.
Well, it's about time you finally got your hands dirty!
You poor, simple fools. You think you can defeat me? Me, the mistress of all evil!
Well, in the movie, you were defeated by one prince who's not nearly as skilled as they are. So, yeah, we pretty much got this in the bag. This boss fight isn't too bad. It's actually really cool to see what spells Maleficent has under her belt, including one I'm pretty sure Sephiroth uses. After beating her, she goes to a portal that leads to another part of the castle. Luckily, the game gives you a chance to save and prepare yourself before you follow her.
Riku!
Yes, a Keyblade. But unlike yours, this Keyblade holds the power to unlock people's hearts.
The hell is that supposed to mean?
Allow me to demonstrate. Behold!
You know, I sort of expected him to stab her in the back at some point, but the front works too. So Maleficent turns into a dragon and... Really? You needed a power boost in order to use this old gem? Now this boss fight is notably more difficult. Maleficent's attacks do much more damage, and it doesn't help when she covers the entire field in fire.
How ironic. She was just another puppet after all.
What?
The Heartless were using Maleficent from the beginning.
Are you serious? The mistress of all evil, arguably the greatest villain in Disney's lineup, was playing second fiddle the whole time? And the sad part is, her standing will just keep going down as the series progresses. Anyway, after that, you get the Fire Glow Summon Gem, which allows you to summon Mushu. Because dragons. Mushu is our final summon, and he's not exactly the most impressive. He stands on Sora's head shooting rapid-fire fireballs on command. It's good for hitting enemies at a distance, but each hit does so little damage that it doesn't add up to much. So you go back to the previous room where a new pathway opens up. That leads to the room where the princesses are being held, where... oh god, this scene. So Beast just disappears, I guess, as Sora, Donald, and Goofy make their way to the keyhole. But Goofy gets stopped by a force field.
The keyhole cannot be completed, so long as the last Princess of Heart still sleeps.
The princess? Kyrie's a princess?
Yeah. If Alice can be considered as a princess, why not Kyrie?
What's...
Don't you see yet? The princess's heart is responding. It has been there all along. Kyrie's heart rests within you.
Kyrie's inside me?
Huh. Usually it's the boy who gets inside the girl. That joke was beneath me, I apologize.
I know all that there is to know.
Tell me, who are you?
It is I, Ansem, the Seeker of Darkness.
You know, it's kind of sad. He was once the ruler of Hollow Bastion, now he's a 15-year-old boy. Wow. Fail.
So, I shall release you now, Princess.
Yeah, I know it looks like he's calling Sora a princess, let's just move on. So Sora challenges the Ansem-controlled Riku in order to protect Kyrie's heart, and I've gotta say, fuck this fight! This is, without a doubt, the hardest boss battle in the game, and one of the hardest in the entire series. The amount of bullshit this guy has up his sleeve could keep Biff Tannen's car ruined for years. It made me, and so many others, hate the previous scene. Really, there's nothing wrong with the scene, but here's the thing. When you lose this fight, you get sent back to the beginning of the previous room. When you get to the keyhole, the cutscene starts up again. Now, that wouldn't be so bad if it weren't for the fact that in the original PS2 version, you could not skip the cutscenes. So basically, every time you lost this fight, which trust me, you have to sit through this entire scene before getting another shot. It gets to the point where even the most casual players of this game will have this scene memorized by game's end. Anyway, once you finally defeat Ansem Riku...
Sorry, what? The keyhole!
When the hell did you two get up?
It won't work! The keyhole's not finished yet!
What can we do?
Maybe we gotta go wake Kyrie up.
I think you're right. If we can free her heart... But how? A keyblade that unlocks people's hearts. I wonder.
Sora? Where are you going with this?
Sora! Hold on!
No, Sora, don't do it! back and talk about that scene, but first I need a minute. Okay, I think I'm good now. Come on, man, get through this, get through this! Okay, so, Sora uses the Dark Keyblade to free Kairi's heart from his, also releasing the other 6 princesses' hearts. However, this also resulted in him opening his own heart. Now he's falling to darkness.
What's happening to me?
In case this wasn't already obvious, I think this is one of the saddest scenes in the entire series. I mean, I've come to really like Sora over the course of this game, and to see him sacrifice himself like this is really, really moving. Also, the orchestration of Simple and Clean in the background just sells it.
Sora? Are you really? No, he can't be. I won't let him go!
Let him go, let him go. He can't help you anymore. Let him go, let him go. How are we gonna close the keyhole? And to make things better, Ansem appears in his proper form.
Do you think we can stop him all by ourselves?
I don't know.
Yeah, you got your ass handed to you while he was still Riku. You're pretty much fucked. Speaking of Riku, it turns out he's still inside Ansem. Stop snickering! And he manages to hold him back long enough for Kairi, Donald, and Goofy to make a tactical retreat.
What about the keyhole?
Let's just get out of here.
So yeah, Sora's a Heartless now. I know that sounds like a bit of a spoiler, but come on. Why else would you be suddenly in control of a random shadow? This part is so freaking tedious. You essentially can't do anything except run and jump. And the only way to get to the bottom of the castle is to jump off every ledge you can. The only reason I can imagine why the sequence is even here is because we had a pretty long cutscene. And once this is over, we're gonna have another one. So they had to get the player in on this somehow. Why they couldn't give us control of Kairi during this, I have no idea. Once you finally catch up to the others, Donald has some choice words for you.
Godfather Heartless, get lost, will ya?
Why aren't you slaying him? I mean, I know it's Sora, but Donald doesn't know that! Well, Kairi does. Somehow. And manages to restore him back to normal. Somehow. You know what? They don't care, and neither do I. We're all just glad to have Sora back. Again, where the hell have you been? Seeing as how Beast is done being useless, it's time for him to be a badass.
Come with us.
And gives our heroes a chance to escape. The gang regroups back at Traverse Town and realize that due to the new keyhole, Heartless have become more powerful and greater in numbers. So naturally, the only thing to do is go back and seal the keyhole. However, there are too many Heartless blocking the way to Hollow Bastion now. Fortunately though, Sid has a special nav gummy that will open a new path around it. All you have to do is go get it from the secret waterway. While down there, Sora and Kairi have a little chat about how Sora was saved.
Come on, Sora. We made it this far by sticking together. You can't go alone.
What are Donald and Goofy, chopped liver?
Take this. It's my lucky charm. Be sure to bring it back to me.
Don't worry, I will.
Promise?
Promise.
Well, that's one way to make sure he comes back. When you return to Hollow Bastion, you end up back at the Rising Falls? Are you serious? Ugh. Anyway, Beast is there and rejoins your party, and you make your way back up the castle. All the princesses are near the top, except for Belle. She's in the library. Because of course she is. As it turns out, she and the others are using their power to hold back the darkness as much as they can. Ansem, on the other hand, was swallowed by the darkness, but apparently he was happy about it. Ugh, creepy. So you make your way back to the keyhole where you fight the giant Heartless known as the Behemoth. Once he's beaten, Sora locks the keyhole, and apparently Leon and the others are waiting right outside. What are you guys doing here? Not fucking helping! Turns out Hollow Bastion is their homeworld, so the time has come for them to return. They also reveal that once Ansem is defeated, all the Lost Worlds will be restored, as will the walls separating them. So Sora may very well never see them again.
We may never meet again, but we'll never forget each other.
Oh, we'll see about that! And with that, Sora, Donald, and Goofy prepare for their final battle. This world was really awesome! The overall plot of the game really took an interesting turn here. The set design was also really cool, with a lot of neat magical contraptions. My only real problem was the amount of back and forth that had to be done to get through it. But next time will be surprisingly really straightforward, as our story literally comes to the end.